Beyond.
We remade it on yours, remember?
Wasn't that for the one shot?
Why is your character sheet not on there?
No.
Bring it here real quick.
Okay.
Technical difficulties. This happens. This happens. Anyone have the base stats I gave out? Anyone know where I put that?
It's in this.
Yeah, right there. I see.
in
I
the
see.
I think
Discord.
it was
Yeah.
17.
Yep.
Okay.
Technical difficulties, guys, but don't worry. There's one thing I'm good at. It's making bards.
Okay.
Down, down.
You stopped your recording. Why?
I didn't delete it.
Well, yeah, but now we got to re-clap sync and everything.
I was walking and you told me to
Come
turn it off
on.
and I walked.
No, I didn't tell you to turn it off when you walk.
Yes, you did.
No, mute.
No, you said to turn it off right
No,
after.
first off, I don't know why you even brought your computer instead of just bringing me your phone.
You said come here.
With your phone.
You never said with my phone.
I didn't think I needed to. You did it with your phone 2 days ago. Didn't we? On Saturday? Brought me your phone and we made your character real quick?
No, I thought we...
No, you brought me your phone. Alright.
Physical pain.
Telling me. Also, why do you have so many fucking...
What do you mean?
This right here.
I don't know. It's your computer. I didn't do this. Think.
Nice. Save. Okay.
Slowly getting there.
Giving Happy time to figure out his character's name.
Yeah.
I have it somewhere. That's what's irritating me.
I'm sure it is.
There it is. Figured it out. How do I update this?
Be like, my name is Carrick. Character.
Character. Oh, shit.
Gotta click
I want to.
Also, open doesn't mess with this. Oh, no, it doesn't. Coolio.
All right, there we go.
Hold up, fellas. I gotta go get my campaign link so I can shoot.
The most likely restart the recordings. Daughter turned
Yeah,
off.
might as well just stop your recordings.
Okay.
Okay.
Stopping my recording.
Deleting it. And just let you know when we're ready.
mobile background, didn't you? I'm not muted on mine. I can't too. Hey, Lantern?
Yeah.
Had the noble background, right?
I believe so. Let's see. Don't have anything under background. So.
So after you. Welcome.
So we about.
You didn't shut my
Good to
door.
go.
Oh,
What is that? Police. Lantern Street.
alright. We're good to go.
So we want
My
to
Audacity as well.
sync up Audacity again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta wait until she gets back, though.
Oh, okay.
Back and everything.
Go down a little bit. Perfect.
And I closed the wrong damn thing. Alright. Burrow's recording.
Starting now.
Oh, Colorado's recording.
Brait's recording.
Lanter's recording.
Tyrion's recording.
JLo's recording.
Clap synced on 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our adventure begins amidst the sea of the amidst the Zorian Sea, the land that surrounds the Pelasian, Samedia, and Armana region. Yeah, the whole region as itself collectively called Zoria, but consisting of those 3 main countries. And on this day, it seems to be just an average day. Bright, sunny, gentle breeze, few clouds in the sky. But as we zoom in a little, we shall see 2 boats slowly sailing away. One looking rather tattered and torn, and the other battle worn, but definitely still capable. And on this ship, there's a motley crew of pirates that has a few captives along with them that are currently just doing simple maintenance of the ship, cleaning, moving some things around. And as one of the pirate captain walks up to a gentleman, Benedict, you hear a gentleman yell at you, "Hey, all that shit over there to the other boat."
What other boat, sir?
The fuck you mean the other boat? The other one over there. And he's gonna point to the tattered and torn boat.
Oh, you mean the boat you pulled us off of, I'm assuming?
Listen here, you little shit. I don't need too much attitude from you, alright?
All right. Start moving the shit towards the other boat.
And as you are hauling that over to the other boat, there happens to be a familiar face that you see. That of a little gnome creature that you have met a few times named Orin. Orin?
Yes.
You're on the boat with the other gentleman, and there's a companion you've met over the past week or two named Sheldon with you, and you're being guarded by two guards. I wouldn't say adept, but an elf that looks in way over his head, and just your average looking dwarf gentleman that's sitting there just kind of watching over the crew. He looks at you, he's like, "Fuck you looking at, short man."
Whatever I want to. Why are you looking at me like that?
He's gonna kind of spit on the deck. He's like, "You're lucky the captain says we need your lot for whatever reason right now. Right, Tarion?" He's gonna smack you in the leg there.
Yeah, well, that's right. And I try to avert my gaze, not making direct eye contact. And welcome him to here, I suppose. What town are we in exactly?
You guys are actually just floating along at the
Oh, just
sea. They
floating?
have pulled up.
Okay.
Yep, you're just floating
All right.
out adrift. Has they got a simple plank that's connecting the two ships. That's how everyone's walking back and forth.
I just look at him, greet him. I wish you well on this journey as I'm mopping the floors. You know, got to keep these decks clean.
Wishing these fucking cursed devils well. Yeah, well, I wish them the best.
Everyone needs a little luck in these waters.
Yeah, you don't need luck when you got gold and steel. And he's gonna kind of pull out his flask and take a sip of that. Benedict. Sheldon's gonna kind of lean up to you. So, been talking to a few of these guys around here. And I think maybe one or two of them might be willing to do a little mutiny.
Oh, yeah? How many do you have on hand?
So far, there's that blonde human. He's gonna kind of lean back and look around. He's like, and that older fuck, that one with one leg. But
Have you
I don't know,
tried
looking for a good time.
Oren? Oren, I knew him a long time. He's always ready for a good time.
Yeah, right. I assumed all of the captives were, but I going around trying to sow some seeds of deceit, if you will.
Okay. Have you tried the kitchen staff? No, the heart of the ship is always in the
Fucking
kitchen.
kitchen staff. They're fucking pirates, mate. Then right then you're gonna hear that dwarf be like, "Hey, hey, fuck you two whispering about. Got something to say?"
Oh no, fine day, sir. Fine day. Just moving.
You're
Is
like,
great.
no, nothing to say at all. And he's gonna kind of just walk away from you and nod his head a little bit. And then right after that, you're gonna start hearing some loud shouting and yelling coming from the other ship. And everyone kind of starts oh god, what's the term? Kind of like gophering. So they stick their head up and are kind of looking like, what's going on?
Rubbernecking?
Yeah. And just at that moment, you're going to see one of the cabin doors burst wide open. And you're going to see two people in a fist fight. One of which has been the captain. And another is some scrappy looking blonde kid. And you're just going to hear Sheldon be like, oh, fuck, no, not yet, you idiot.
Can I find a tool or something that I can grab for a weapon? Because I'm assuming as a captive I don't have anything on me that's capable of a weapon.
No, you do not have any weapons on you. They have stripped most of your gears and locked them away in a trunk.
Well, on the deck, is there like an oar or like some kind of thing to like a stick?
Closest you got is you could, if you look around, you'd find a mug that you could throw. But besides that, you're looking at like well, give me a perception check. Let's see what you got. You open up Roll20 here too.
That would.
Yeah, you see a small little wooden mallet used for pounding in some of the like the shims, the plugs on the ship.
So I grab that, and are we like, you never describe? Are we shackled? Are we confined to the ship in some way?
Oh no, you guys were free roaming around. They just stripped you of all your gear.
And we
So
were
you don't have in your
basically-
armor, shield, weapons. Yeah.
Gotcha. What was is the ship that we're moving this stuff to? Our ship or their ship? Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yours is definitely the messed up ship.
Gotcha. That's what I figured. And they're fighting on the messed up ship.
No, they're fighting on the good ship.
They're fighting on the good ship. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of the captives are on the deck or below deck?
They're kind of spread out between the two ships. At this point, though, there's not many of you left, especially considering your previous journey. The vast majority of them are basically with you right now, though. Because there's only about, let's see, what was the math? 6 of you total left.
Okay. The hammer. Fighting's up there. Well, I guess the next thing I would probably try to do is continue the it kind of already started, so I would find a pirate that's like distracted or trying to run up to the captain to help him with the blonde kid and try to get in his path.
The blonde kid you would have to run across the plank to get to him.
All right, then I'll find. How about this instead? I'll just knock something to slow down the ship, or like knock down the sail to like make object in the way of people trying to run across the thing even harder.
Oh, they're not running across the plank. So on the nice ship, the main ship, the pirate ship, two people came bursting out of basically the captain's quarters, right?
Correct.
In a brawl.
Right, and what I'm trying to do is just
Over on
knock
the other ship.
the sail in between down to block any people from engaging in the brawl and slow it down.
What sail in between?
Well, like the mainsail. You know, you have the
You'd
main
have to go
staff.
to their ship and untie their sail.
Okay.
Those sails are tied up with ropes that hook them down to anchor points on the side of the ship.
You can just knock them too. Okay. Well, I tried. I'm thinking here. Thinking out loud. Well, then I would just run up to Oren and be like, I guess we're doing this. Let's get to the other captives and get anybody else we have, and then find Nathaniel and get him going on this.
As you run over to Oren, the dwarf is going to see you guys. And he's going to be like, he's going to notice the hammer in your hand. He's like, don't you get any bright fucking ideas there. As he pulls out his sword and he smacks you on the shoulder, Tyrion. And at that same moment, you'll see the captain take his cutlass and just run the little blonde guy through. And just kind of kick his body off. And he's like, you can hear him yell and be like, hey, boys, I'm getting real tired of these people around here getting some ideas in their head. Then you're going to see him walk over to the plank and just kick it off. And at this time, the dwarf's going to start walking towards you too. Like, why don't you just put that hammer down?
Am I?
All right.
Am I behind the dwarf, or is he looking at me?
You're in front of him. He's definitely looking at you both because Benedict said he ran to you.
That's unfortunate.
Also, can you guys give me just like one quick second?
Yep.
Yep. So when you guys were all on roll 20, right? So are you seeing a black screen?
Yeah, that's all
Yes.
I've got is a black
Yes.
screen.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Reload.
That's what I was thinking.
What? I didn't do it. He just walked into my room, looked at me, closed my door, and left. I don't know what I did.
You did something then.
I don't know.
You existed as a child in his household. That's
You
what
had a
matched
thought.
that part.
That's what it was. You had a thought.
Not supposed to have those.
Oh, it's probably because I have a cup of trail mix.
All right, I'm back.
All right. So I'm with the hammer, and the dwarf is staring at me and Oren, or Tyrion, or Oren. I mean, and then I'd probably just look at the dwarf and just say, "Well, I can't fault me for trying," and probably set down the hammer.
As you set down the hammer, he's like, yeah, that's right. Not any bright ideas around here now. And he's like, Tyrion, go grab that.
Now, the guy that charged us, or that ran up to us, that's Benedict, right?
He didn't charge you. He just ran up to the gnome guy.
Okay. I've been instructed to pick up the hammer. I imagine this guy's higher ranked than me.
You're both about the same.
Okay.
There's pretty much so just you got captain, first mate, rest of you poor bastards.
I will indeed. I'll walk up, and I guess I will. I will pick up the hammer. Uh, do it. I don't. Do I recognize this guy from earlier, or is he from this? Is he from the other boat or this boat?
The dwarf or Benedict?
Benedict.
He's been kind of back and forth. You guys kind of do on regular because the one ship's kind of limping along and how much disrepair it is. And it's not really stocked with much of anything anymore. So they keep pace with each other, and like you've been going back and forth. Meals are served. Well, for them, meals are quote unquote served all together. So you would recognize him.
Okay, I recognize him. So I pick up the hammer, and I kind of look at him quizzically and go, "What were you thinking running up here or coming to us like this?" My guy's, I don't know, my guy's super in the loop of what's going on.
Well, I was kind of chilling, thinking about taking back what was ours, but as of this moment, it looks like the kid popped the cork a little early on that champagne bottle, so we're gonna have to wait for another time.
You know Tyrion's one of the pirates.
Tyrion's
This is
one of the pirates.
pirates. Yes, this is one of the pirates asking you.
Oh, wait.
I
thought Orin was asking me.
No, that was Tyrion.
Oh, well, Tyrion. Right. Let me rewind for a second here.
Just a mutiny, no big deal.
I'll just go, you know, and you got a hammer, you got to just kind of nail it. I saw it. I was trying to be handy. I am kind of a forge. I'm a forge cleric, and I'm over here trying to do my job. I see a hammer. I'm like, oh, I could do something with this. So I pick it up and walk over, and I was like, what can I do with this?
Roll a deception check. And I would need an insight from you.
Does Tyrion have like an obvious dagger on him?
He has very obviously a rapier, correct?
yes. Oh wow. Well, here we go, I suppose.
I don't know, that didn't add up.
So
He's like, I'm a forge cleric, so I take this wooden hammer to hammer wooden nails of the forge.
It begins.
Man, that -1
On the
deception.
side hand, a hammer's for nails, so it makes sense.
doesn't begin, it continues.
I kind of look over the dwarf and it's like, he says he's just trying to keep the ship together, sir.
Right.
Gonna give the dwarf like a
You
big
want to believe
smile.
that lot.
My roll says I don't know what to believe.
Ooh, bright.
Sorry, I just realized I was on a black screen for everybody.
I thought
We-
I was like, I thought my
We
screen
were
was-
all very confused.
My bad.
We don't question the DM because then we get thrown with stuff that can kill us.
Is there a dragon?
as a non-charismatic or insightful person. I mean, I kind of believe him. I guess that makes sense.
Once again, the smile of just like a kid who's sitting there like, I think I'm getting away with it. I think I'm getting away with it.
Well, I'm just gonna pick up the hammer, look at the dwarf, and be like, I mean, he looks like what do you call those, a shipwright, and I kind of hold the handle out to him because my character, I think he's just a down to earth, good guy. He's just trying to fix the boat.
Yes, just trying to fix the boat.
I mean, I obviously know this boat is like not great.
Orvin's just sitting there, like, trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on between these two at this point.
I don't even know if my character's there.
Not that we know of.
Yeah, I hold the handle out like I'm not necessarily grasping it like I'm going to keep it from you, but like, you know, not necessarily offering it, more like just kind of holding it towards you. If you were to take it, you could.
I'll hold out my hand.
And then
All of a sudden, as you guys are doing this, you're gonna hear the captain's voice yell out and be like, "Hi, you lot of fired," and then boom. And then all of a sudden, the ship's gonna get rocked with a cannonball that comes flying through, hitting the hull.
I'll be like, I need that hammer now.
I
And you're
toss the
gonna-
hammer up in the air as I grab a hold of my rapier and look towards where the ball hit.
It was one of the top deck ones, so it didn't do much, but it did blast into the hull, like the top part of it, right, basically damn near where the mast is on top of the ship, right, and like
Right, yeah.
skimmed across the top of that. So it hit the side of the hull and then blew out some of the floor planks, basically all the way up to the mast. But the mast is standing.
Can I do like a check on the boat, how like messed up it is, if we have to like quickly start repairing stuff, or quickly like understand if we need to jump in the water right away?
8 feet of this boat have?
Yep, you can do a. I'll let you do a quick. What would that be? Perception or survival? Just quick. Well, are you checking the whole boat or just like real quickly scanning the area? Or are you gonna, like,
I'm
run down
using
below
my
that real
knowledge
quick?
as being a like on the ship to understand what's going on and just try to make a quick decision on what needs to happen now.
I need to know. Are you like running down to check, or are you just gonna stand there and real quickly glance?
Well, I grabbed the hammer and I'm gonna run downstairs because the
Okay, I need an
like at least
investigation
water
check
there.
then, as you are going to investigate the ship. Oh man, there's a big ass hole on like the main deck, the floor. That's really what's grabbing your attention. It's hard to tell like what's debris from anything else as you're looking around. You don't necessarily see any water rushing in, so that's a plus side. But
Can
any
I
other
go-
damage? I don't know.
All right, can I now
Well-
use? Can I then run back upstairs and then run up to like Tyrion and Oren and the dwarf and be like, "Hey, I think y'all just got fired and we're just stranded now."
The dwarf's gonna be like, "No, you poor fucks got fired," and he's gonna jump in the water and start swimming towards the boat the best he can.
I'm gonna yell to him like, "You know you're never gonna catch that boat if he's sailing away, right?"
He doesn't listen. He's just trying to swim.
All right,
Is
then.
all-
Notably, the other boat has dropped sail and is slowly beginning to drift away.
Is all of our stuff on the other boat?
You guys have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna go back to Oren and Tyrion.
Hey Tyrion,
like-
where the fuck is our stuff?
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna flip over. Chloe and Neener,
Right.
you two are just leaving the elemental plane of Earth. You were told that if you were to take this simple cave system that eventually makes its way down into underground water, and then follow that tunnel that eventually you'd be taking to back to the elemental plane of water. The different elemental planes have various tunnels and paths that weave in and out of each other to go back and forth, as many of you Genasi move around and meet each other quite often. But as you left this tunnel and went back to what you thought was the elemental plane of water, something was different. The water just wasn't the same. The salt was different. It smelled different. It tasted different. You guys have been traveling for about a day or two. And as you are going, you hear something that sounds almost like thunder. You've heard thunder before. But it's a bright day out. You can see the sun coming through. What do you two do as you're sitting there, floating probably 200 feet or so, 100 feet or so below the water, or below the surface?
Do we see anything else on the surface of the water?
As you look around, very noticeably, yep, you see what look like two ships, or two whales, something.
Objects?
They would be a bit foreign looking. And then one kind of started just moving, and the other one's sitting there. And as you guys are sitting there contemplating, you can see the one's kind of circling around.
Well, hey, sis, should we go check it out?
Yeah, probably. Be the smart thing to do.
Alright,
So as you guys start swimming to the surface, I need you to real quickly, both of you, give me a perception check.
Um,
You're gonna have to give us a moment. This is a new program for her.
Alright.
You,
no, it's I
You-
did tap 3 buttons.
Trying to change my picture at the bottom to my actual character.
you're good.
It's not working out in my favor.
All right. So as you're going up there, Cece, you're just way too distracted as you're trying to figure out what these floating things, it looks like they might be on the surface, how weird, are. But Neener, off in the distance, down on the ocean floor, you just see a quick little shine catch your eye as you guys are swimming up. But as you continue forward, you make your way up to the surface. And something you guys are somewhat used to. Fresh air. And you see a massive, well, for you, because A, you've rarely seen wood. You have seen it, but rarely. But you see a big wooden structure just floating there. And you hear some yelling.
That's not normal, right?
not that I know of. Kind of just listen what the yelling is going.
As you're listening, you're just hearing stuff. You're just hearing them be like, "Is our stuff there? Is our stuff here? What are we doing? Is the ship okay?" Just general banter, somewhat panic sounding.
Hearing them say stuff, I kind of think to that glint in the bottom. Maybe we should go check and see what that was.
Did they see the dwarf jump in?
Yeah. You would have seen a dwarf swimming off in the distance.
Why did he do that? Confusion.
I don't
Yeah, notably to you guys, one thing that does stick out as you are watching this dwarf he seems very inept in the water. You guys are both of you used to very fluid movement in the water. This man flops like a fish on land, in the water.
Can he
Like
doggy
my
paddle
fish.
efficiently at least?
Fish.
He's essentially doggy paddling already. Dwarf anatomy is not meant for swimming. The stubbiest of the stubs are just flailing the best they can as he's just frantically doggy paddling.
All right, we'll return to the
Fish.
glint. Let's go poke it, see what it is. Let's swim
Okay.
over to the dwarf, kind of underneath of him.
Real quickly, we'll switch back to the other party. As you guys are sitting there, talking back and forth. By the way, were you guys like being quiet as you're sitting on the edge there, or were you just like talking back and forth? No big deal.
Oh, absolutely. We were. Oh, are you talking?
Not you.
to-
Not you. Yep.
I'm yelling at the damn dwarf.
Just lightly.
General chatting, I assume.
Yeah, but not too.
You guys
enough,
really wouldn't understand the brevity of the situation. So.
enough to draw attention to us.
Well, that depends on a perception check from the rest of the crew. And let me roll one for the dwarf. Actually, no, the dwarf's not listening. He doesn't give a shit. He's trying to swim. So, well, you didn't persuade anybody there, but Tyrion and Orin, you guys do hear some conversating as you guys are standing there that notably isn't the people that were left on the ship.
Strange beings in the water out there. They must be aiding that dwarf from running.
Wait,
Do we
what?
s-
What's going on? What are you saying? Tyrion, I'm looking at the boat. There's a problem with the boat. What's going on? I turn and go, can you explain that again?
I try to point the best that I can to the things I see in the water.
All right.
Notably, you two would now see a taller, short-haired elf pointing at you and yelling about how you're aiding the dwarf in escaping.
Load the cannons. I don't know if we have those.
I don't know. Tyrion,
You
wasn't
do.
he on
You do have
were you on
cannons.
his side like a second ago? And now you just want to shoot him with a cannon?
He's running.
I think he's just trying to continue to get back to his ship that's functional.
Are we?
Is this ship functional?
He yelled at me all morning. He's fed up with it.
Are we at a zoo? Is there supposed to be
Can I-
display cases?
Can they?
Still trying to
Can
figure out what
we
the shiny
yell?
thing is.
Can we yell? Can I yell down to the freaking? I don't know what they are, and be like, "What are
They're
you
only
guys
like
doing?"
30 foot away or so with the
Okay.
angle and everything.
Okay.
And
let me ask-
as you do look down, you see a blue skinned lady whose skin appears to be, it kind of has you know that shimmer the ocean does, right? Like when you look at the bottom, like the pictures or the videos, how it like hits the ocean floor and how it sheens and all that.
Yes.
Has that like moving all over her body, with long white flowing hair, with one red eye and one blue eye staring back at you. And you see another gentleman that, make sure I got the proper picture here. I do not.
Here.
Another gentleman that is also blue skinned with a bunch of like, they don't really look like tattoos, but they're a bunch of like, or wait, hold up, Lantern, we never clarified. Are they tattoos?
Yes.
They are tattoos. Okay. So, man with a bunch of like aquatic tribal-ish tattoos coming down his chest with these like almost spikes coming out of his head for hair. Uh, but like oddly enough, around where he's floating, there does seem to be like a small spot where it's like he's making little ripples in a way.
Like he's like just treading water.
Not to be too meta, but it's like he has a very small wind around him, very faint.
Okay. Okay.
Man,
then I
like
would just yell
perpetually
down
has a
to
2-mile-an-hour breeze that circles him.
Can I just yell down to him like, "Where did you guys come from, and what are you doing here?" And then probably like turn to Oren and be like, "Have you ever seen anything like that?"
No. I mean, I've seen weirder things though.
I mean, it's such a unique timing of this whole thing.
Or
And
when
I'm wait.
going off to look for like
Uh,
see if the stuff is on the ship or if he needs to figure out a way to get to the other one.
Would we?
so you are going to check the bottom of the ship. Roll me investigation check real quick, and while you're investigating, you're gonna hear the dwarf out there be like, "Oh, don't turn! I just started." Oh. And he's gonna start kind of paddling back towards you guys at an angle. And if you guys want, give me a perception check. Oren, as you search the bottom, you aren't able to find much, but lucky enough, you do find one sword down there that's just kind of propped up in the corner. It looks like maybe someone might have forgot about it. So you do got a long sword.
A long sword. Okay.
All right. So top deck, Neener, you'd notice that other weird wood things coming at you. Benedict, that ship looped around, and they're on their way back, coming up on the other side.
Okay. I'll probably Tyrion's next to me. I have the creatures down at the bottom that I haven't heard anything back from. I'll probably just turn to Tyrion and be like, "I don't think they're coming back friendly. They already shot at us once. Can I do like a thing to try to get the ship either moving or in a position where it's gonna take a shot easier or more not so detrimental that it's gonna sink it?"
Dive.
So you just want to reposition the ship?
Yeah, I just want to try to move it so like he can't hit like one side and then the other and then one side and then the other. Like from what it seems like, are we in the middle of the ocean or is there like an island nearby? Can I do anything to try to find a way to just like make it so that if we start sinking, I can like at least stop the sinking?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to save the boat or prepare the
I get
ship.
that. That's the whole point of this part here is maybe save the boat or do something. But what are you trying to do? You're giving me a bunch of blunt stuff.
I'm going to try to run up to the wheel and navigate the wheel and turn it towards an island or some kind of navigable piece of land.
All right. I'll let you hold that 12 for the perception check too. You run up to the helm, and by the way, that's what's called. You run up to the helm, and you real quickly scan, and you do see off in the distance that there is an island, a small island, but it's pretty fairly far off. But you start whipping the wheel around, hard turning to port.
As I'm whipping the wheel around
to starboard.
As I'm whipping the wheel around to starboard, can I yell at Tyrion to like get the cannons ready that are on board? And start like yelling for Oren and be like, "Oren, we all hands on deck, prepare for prepare for cannon fire.
So as you start turning the wheel, or the helm, you get that all turned. Notably, though, the sails are up. They had the sails up when they were docked together. But one side did get blown out with the rest of, like, pretty much so. It's not a huge ship, so that cannon that hit your main deck took out a good portion of the side of your ship. But that did include the rigging for the sail. But only half of it. So you got weird wind right now.
Is there still like excess wood on the ground, or did it like get blown off the ship?
Not planks or anything like that, and half the sail is still tied up. The sail on the other side.
There's nothing I can use to try to just mend to get like a decent amount of wind with the mending spell.
You could drop the rest of the sail.
You could drop the rest of the sail, but you just ran up to the helm to do this.
Okay, well, I will probably yell.
Ships take a crew.
Yeah, ships take a crew. I'll be like, we need more wind. I'll start yelling that. We need more wind.
Neener.
Yes.
That sounds familiar to you. You know all about that stuff.
I do.
I wish that dwarf was here. He had plenty of wind.
Let's see. I don't think I can do anything with levitate to help them out.
Is there any fires on the boat?
Any fires?
Yeah, the cannibal happened to make any fires happen?
No. They weren't like explosive or anything like that.
Can I let the rest of the sail down?
By the way, I know that sounds like a dumb question, but it's actually very valid, because if they had any candles down below, cannonballs were actually incredibly useful for starting fires that way. That's why usually fire was not allowed below deck.
Can I let the rest of the sail down?
Yeah, you run over to the sail and you drop it down, and you guys actually, the ship lurches forward as you hastily just dropped the sail, didn't let it down gently, anything like that. But that's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I have a weird question. How many people were on the other ship?
How many people were on the other ship?
Mm-hmm.
There was about, let's see, there would be, and the majority over here. Those two, but then the other two hopped off. So I gotta do the math of who was actually on whose team and onto which ship right now. There would be about, was 8 people, but you watched the one got stabbed, and you can probably assume that the other captive got stabbed. So about 6 people at this point. Because they also got one of their crew, the dwarf, in the water, and another one of their crew on the ship with you guys.
Well, Tyrion, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Whose side are you on at this point?
Well, as pirates do, they left me behind. So I'm on this side.
That was a good answer.
Do I
Other side
overhear
left.
this? I overhear all this, right? It's not that big of a ship.
I don't imagine this is a quiet conversation.
Yeah.
Mid.
I'm gonna yell in the middle of that. He's only on our side right now because he's scared.
He has a great tactic.
CC,
Well, I can't.
what are you doing as you hear all these people yell back and forth?
Don't make me turn this boat around.
I'm up here trying to turn the sail or turn the ship, and all I need is more wind.
Don't have anything that can help with wind.
Ayla, CC, what are you doing?
Should we help them?
still.
It seems like they're in trouble. But at the same time,
Yeah.
At this moment, you start seeing Benedict like hold his hands together, like I guess I'm gonna just do what I think I should be doing and start praying.
All right.
We can go to shiny thing or help these people. We should probably help these people.
So do we go after the one that's coming at them, or do we help them in accordance to getting away from the one that's coming after them?
Let's help them get away. I don't feel like fighting people in a place I don't know.
As you guys are sitting there talking, all of a sudden here, "Bird!" And a cannonball come whizzing by and splashes in the water right next to you guys.
All right. Well, if you want to help them, I'll go after the other boat. Well, the other thing. House. I don't know. What is it?
Weird wooden thing.
Would we have any knowledge from Father's...
The only wooden things you guys have ever seen in your life are tables, chairs. That is it. And they're usually very elegant looking.
What's up with that weird table?
A table is moving across the sea. What do we do?
We must stop the floating table.
It's firing chairs at us.
Was the dwarf trying to come back to us, or was he still trying to get to the other ship?
He's still trying to get to the other ship, but with how they're like turning and maneuvering in combat, this man is just like frantically circling like in a 60-foot area back and forth.
Serves him right.
He hasn't petered out yet.
All right.
Can I dive into the water?
Yes, you can dive into the water.
All right.
I'm gonna see Orin dive and freak out.
Oh my god,
we lost another one.
Man overboard! Man overboard!
I think he's running too.
As I'm about to, I'm just yelling back, I'm getting my stuff from the other ship.
You're hearing, I'm getting...
Just freaking form diving into the water.
And I'm gonna dive.
Push water up his nose, though.
Notably, little splash, just bloop, when he hits the water.
I'm gonna dive about 10 feet down and start going towards the door.
All right.
So are you yelling about someone hopping overboard?
Yeah, because I just witnessed a guy run off board and I didn't know what he was doing.
Everyone hears that man overboard, basically. I'm sorry, Bright. You wouldn't have enough time to get that off in the time you left.
I meant to say it beforehand, but I just didn't.
You know, barbarians be like that.
Where's that man? Where's that little man going?
Hey, do I see like a donut to toss at him?
Yes, there is a life preserver that there is up by the helm.
Can I attempt to throw it and grab and like catch him with it?
Yes, but he hasn't surfaced yet. He's 10 feet down, he said.
Yeah, I'm 10 feet down.
All right, I'm holding it at the ready, and when he surfaces, I'm tossing it.
I run to the edge.
I make sure I tie a rope to it.
I look down at the people in the water that seem like they can swim well. And I point at the strongest looking one. And
I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really hard to tell which one that is because the air one is very scrawny. Tone, but scrawny.
I point at the water. Is there one that looks like they're like a dominant swimmer? Like, I guess I don't
Brad,
tell that.
You tell me what fish swims better.
Hold on.
Actually, give me a nature check.
Ooh, that's something I specialize in. Oh gosh. One second.
Let's see how much you actually know about Ganassi. Not fucking anything.
I specialize.
Like I said, it's hard to tell which fish.
I roll a 7.
Hard
I'll
to tell
point
which fish.
I point at the left one, right? I can't, because I can't. I know there's not really them in the
The
water.
blue one or the red one?
Red.
With the blue one. I'm gonna associate blue with
I will
water.
say this: one is shirtless with gauntlets and a sword, and the other has a frilly shirt and a guitar.
Guitar.
All right, I'm gonna point at the one that looks like more of a warrior, with the sword and the gauntlets, and I'm gonna
I was
cast.
thinking of the red eyes. The red eye.
I'm gonna cast message at him, because you can like it understands my language when I use message, right? Pretty sure.
No.
Okay, I don't. I mean, you've conversed with these people already.
Okay, and then I'll ask him to save our friend. I think he jumped overboard. I don't think he's gonna make it to the other ship. He might drown.
Do you all know nothing about him?
The hell?
You're in the water.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I guess they asked us to save their friend?
Okay. Do they mean the shiny thing over there?
I think the one that jumped overboard. You want to grab him and...
I think he's suicidal.
While you do that, I'm going to turn my attention to the other ship. And
Okay, I go save the other guy.
And, you know how the dolphins do the speed up, leap up into the air?
Mm-hmm.
I want to land on the walking portion of this big table that everyone's on.
All right. Now, this is part where I need to ask. You do have a swim speed, right? That is part of the subclass.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also have
Good.
the mantle, or the cloak of the manta ray.
Okay. Yep. So you got swim down.
Okay.
So yeah, you're able to swim. Notably, this dwarf's pretty quick, or this gnome in the water's pretty quick as you're chasing after him, the both of you. And it appears the ship is actually repositioning to come straight at you guys.
Broadside.
No. Straight at you.
We're coming in for an engagement.
They gotta ram us?
Ready your weapons, men.
Yep, surface people as you're up there, which is notably just you two at this point. They do appear to be lining up for a ramming.
We could really use at least a little bit of movement, or if not, I need to find...
Oh, you're at full
I
sails.
don't know. Yeah. Still need that wind. Still praying for that wind. But
You got the wind. You got it. When you drop the sails, you got the wind.
You need more push.
It's just when they looped around, they were able to catch you. They did like a little S maneuver, because then they were able to catch you with a broadside and straighten it back out.
All right, well, now that I'm seeing we're not moving really quick, I still have the life preserver ready to catch our friend. Can I at least check the cannons to see if they're ready, if I can get them ready and they're not messed up enough that they haven't been damaged by the other cannon fire that shot off first?
Yeah, you run over there and you check the cannon. You only got the one. The other fell in the water when it got hit. There is a cannonball and some powder over there, so you can prep a shot. There is not one in there.
All right, well, I'm going to just start prepping a shot and probably yell to Tyrion to probably drop this, like, pull up the sails and hard to... Which side is it on, starboard or port? Or starboard or...
Port is left. They're to your left.
Yeah,
Your
so
starboard cannons are gone.
hard to port. Will you turn the wheel hard to port? I'm going to get the cannon ready and drop the sails to do, like, a hard turn.
Run to my position. And you just...
So they're on your port right now because they're coming in for a ram on the side.
So we don't need to turn at all? Okay, I thought they were coming up
Not to
from the
line
rear.
up the cannon. No, no, no.
Well, then never mind. Then
Okay, I just want to clarify because I'm like you're turning to go straight at him. I know we're a bit theater of the mind here, and I'm sorry.
okay. Well, I just want to turn the ship so I can aim the cannon at him, and I'm not trying to aim for the captain. I'm literally just trying to aim probably down the middle of the ship to do as much damage as possible, knowing that I'm probably nothing is going to happen from it, and just be ready for the first shot I can, and then be ready for the battle. I'm assuming, or just try to either be ready for what we got coming to us.
So you're able to get it loaded up, and they are very close at this point. By the time you get everything loaded, so you can pretty much fire whenever you would like. But you can wait if you want for them to be real close. But I would like to know. By the way, the rest of you guys are reaching the ship. But what are you doing, Tyrion? The vessel's approaching.
And we don't need to turn the boat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we don't need to turn the boat.
Would you say the boat is 100 feet out, 200 feet out, getting closer?
At this point, it's probably about 100 feet out, but moving right along. So it'll be just a matter of seconds before it gets there.
I see someone prepping a cannon.
Yep, lining up a shot.
He's got everything for that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see me get some high ground. So does this have like, what do you call it, a ship parapet where it's like up the
A crow's nest?
The crow's nest?
No, not the crow's nest, the elevated part where you drive the ship, where you steer it.
Yes.
Helm.
The helm.
Yeah, an elevated helm.
Yeah, but only slightly. It's probably like 5 foot up. It's very small. Like we're looking at sloopish size.
You could take the risk of going up the crow's nest if it's still there, but I'm assuming you're gonna fall into the water a long ways.
I was curious if he had any other like magical or arcane thing he wanted to prepare. Mainly, I didn't deny the opportunity.
But as I go up there, I will. You'll see me pull out a wand and mutter some words to myself. And right before the boat gets here, I'm going to be muttering these words. So as the ship gets in contact, when they start to come in, my opening thing will be a mirror image here.
I don't know what mirror image does.
Now.
So you want to save that for
I'm gonna
right before they make contact?
I want it to pop up. Yeah.
All right. Water people. You're at the ship now. Thing is coming.
Levitate.
I need y'all to either grab onto this thing left in the water. I'm going to need, I'll allow athletics or acrobatics, depending on how you want to try to get on board or catch the ship. Notably, they do have ladders on the side. Most ships do have ladders on the side. Will fall overboard.
I was going towards the dwarf.
Oh, you're going towards the dwarf.
Yeah.
I was told to.
Oh, okay, well, you're making it to him, and then the bard's with you.
Yeah, I want to stab this dwarf. That's why I go
so
under
CC,
the water.
you
So
see
he
the
didn't know
gnome.
where I was.
Yeah. You see the gnome go right below this dwarf underwater and draw out his sword. I guess roll an attack with advantage. This man's just doggy paddling along. I guess roll again because crits can happen. Yeah, you hit the man. 21 will definitely hit this dwarf.
Did that roll over there? How do I make it roll?
Control will give you advantage.
No, I was wanting it to roll over there.
Just hover.
Are you talking about
You just
damage?
click it in roll 20.
Oh, I figured out what's wrong.
Shift.
Because the weapon is versatile, which I would be using two-handed because I have no reason not to. It won't roll the versatile, the D10 rather than the D8.
Oh, it rolls
it
both
rolls
right there.
both.
All right, yeah. So you hit from the D8 does more. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
you
that's
do 6
a
points of
weird way to
damage
design that.
into this dwarf. Is all of a sudden just red starts emitting through the water.
Do I?
Him.
Hey, I see him come up like a great white piercing the seafloor. Right? Or no, I guess he's
What?
behind me. He's behind me. Never mind. I was
Alright.
gonna toss the safety donut still, but it's behind me.
Neener,
Yes.
you breach the water and shoot up in the air, and you get about 15 feet up, which is luckily just enough to land on their ship. I need a shot from you, Tyrion.
You mean?
Yeah, Benedict.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
trying to hit anybody, but what do you want to
Trying
roll?
to hit the ship. Trying to hit
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah.
You're proficient with cannons because you've been trained in them. So this, ironically, and this is going to be for like the rest of the campaign. Cannons aren't going to be a strength or dexterity weapon. They are going to be an intelligence or wisdom weapon.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll wisdom then.
So it'll be plus your wisdom. Oh my god.
How about a
Well,
natural
that was just
20?
a wisdom. That was a wisdom check. You were supposed to be, yeah,
wisdom
D20 plus
save?
wisdom plus proficiency.
Oh,
No, just a
Oh.
D20 plus wisdom plus proficiency. But we'll let that slide.
okay.
One second.
Whatever.
1 second.
Your save for now is probably the easiest way to do that. Because I don't know if there's a way to roll and add everything together on this.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah, you can add.
Cat's mad. I cut the closet on him, so he swatted at me as I walked by.
The cat?
Yeah, trying to get in the closet.
You should have fed him earlier.
I know,
Now
I forgot.
seeking revenge.
I forgot. So, you shoot your cannon, and you actually hit right in the center mast, right where the bottom part is. And it just slumps over. Let me... Lantern.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
You're about to see a ship do a front flip.
Oh,
Nope. So as you are breaching the water to do this leap, seconds before that, a cannonball had hit the mast, and it is falling down. And you leap over and you land with a mighty roll right in the middle of the deck and draw out your swords. And then you see a mast just come down right behind you, just slam down in the deck and kind of rocks back and forth.
Take a quick survey of the I guess deck. the walking.
You look
So-
around.
I want to say that I'll be cheering and being like, I actually did something great. What the fuck is that thing doing on that ship? Excuse me.
So, the ship is now immobilized, floating in the water. The dwarf is frantically flailing in the water, blood going everywhere. He has no idea what happened because he can't see, but he's still alive. Chloe, Chloe and Oren, what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna. I mean, can I just try to attack the dwarf again for now?
I was told
Yeah.
to follow that man. I'm still confused on why he's stabbing the other person, though.
He's very clearly not in any danger underwater here.
Oh. Understandable.
I'm assuming
Okay,
the
yeah.
25 hits.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You run the sword through again and just fucking take it and twist it and yank it back out. And his body is floating there. Sinks down just slightly. And then keeps sinking.
Can I, as he starts to sink, grab the sword he had off of him?
Yeah. He had himself a nice little long sword as well.
Looks for me.
Yank
And
the sword off of him, so now you have two long swords.
I'll just look at her and go, yeah, he didn't treat me very well on the ship. I don't like anybody else on this one
Hold
over
up.
here either.
You're talking underwater.
Do you speak Aquan?
Oh, I don't think I do.
Then you cannot speak underwater.
Would deep speech work?
Underwater?
Deep speech is like.
I'm trying to remember. Isn't that like the Abyssal Aquan? Or Underdark? No, that's Undercommon. Undercommon is. That deep speech is the Underdark water, isn't it?
I mean, I have primordial.
Let me
and
Google
deep
real
speech.
quick.
I don't know if either
Primordial?
of those would work. Yes, I have
Primordial is a parent race.
Yeah, Tyrion. You know what we should do?
Of
Is
those.
high five off on the ship. I just want to say, I feel like you and I are really holding down the fort here.
I have
So-
to do that.
Do I know what she is? Like, would I know what a genasi is?
You would have to roll me a nature check.
That was close. Deep speech is aberration speech.
Yep, aberration.
But that's because the tentacled faced brain suckers speak deep speech. That's why I thought that.
You kind of know of the Ganasis. You know that there's the four variety of them. Clear distinct difference between the two, yet a lot of similarities. Where you can't really pin it if they're water or if they're air Ganassi, because both of them have very fluid and very airy features.
Would speaking primordial underwater work if I tried that?
Yeah, because if you can speak primordial, you speak the other four.
Okay. So yeah,
Right.
I would just
Pretty
say
sure
that.
that's how that works.
Yes. Most of the time, yes.
I'm sorry, not often that these languages come up.
It's because the four of those are really just attached to those four, and then those four speak that specifically so that they can speak to each other.
Okay, yeah. For example, the primordial language schools Aquan, Orin, Ingen, Terran. Creatures that speak different dialects of the same language can communicate with one another by default. All characters can read and write the languages if they're proficient. So you guys are essentially just Swedish, Danish, Icelandic, and Norse people talking to each other.
Basically. Or it's like a New Yorker talking to somebody from Texas.
Yeah.
Or
We have a Californian, a Texan, an Australian, and a British man all in a room.
oh god.
That sounds like a scary, dangerous thing.
Actually, replace the
And
Californian
a
with
deep
a Canadian.
Louisianan.
No, because
French Louisiana
You're
is always a good
apologizing.
one.
If you mix Cajun into that mix, we're in
All right,
trouble.
so yeah, if you know if you know Promoter, yeah, you can speak underwater, so you'll be able to yell that to her.
Yeah, so just say
Sorry, a lot of back end stuff. Better get it all figured out right now.
okay. So I would just say that and start swimming towards the ship.
I follow.
What ship?
The one that the pirates were on.
All right, it's not too terribly far away.
And I
That man didn't have a swim speed, so it's taking him. Give me just 1 second. The damn cat again.
Feed him. He's probably hungry. Did you feed him this morning?
Oh wait, not British.
Lantern.
Yes.
We should find a way to make it so that our two characters like look at each other and like give each other the thumbs up.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, give me just a moment. I shall.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you guys are able to swim over to the ship after that.
Now, since we didn't get a chance to, because of Bright taking care of that dwarf, what was it that I seen happening on the deck as I surveyed?
Oh yeah. By the way, you also got really quiet again.
I leaned back. Sorry.
You're good. As you scan around, you see the captain at the helm, and unfortunately, 2 people done got squished by that mast, and it does look like it took out one of their cannons as well. And that'd be on the port side of the ship. And on the other side, you see 2 people manning the cannons.
How close are they?
How close?
Yeah, how
Like
far?
to you? Like, I mean, probably like 20, 30 feet, if that. Not even on the ship. The cannon people are probably only like 10, 15. The captain's like 30 from you.
Okay. Well, I want to water whip the cannon boys.
All right. But before we get to that, we'll let you hold that. Let's hop to the other people on the other ship.
I'm gonna run over to Tyrion and high five him, like a big high five. Like, at least we stopped that ship.
Boom. And you run up and do like Sky 5.
Yeah, Sky 5. And then, how close is the other ship drifting towards us?
They're just dead in the water.
I know, but
they're not. But they're probably still about 100 feet, 100 feet or so away. You fired when they were pretty far out still, but not super far.
all right. Well, I'm gonna run to the sails and bring them all up. So we are dead in the water too.
All right. You raise the sails up. Tyrion, yourself?
He's reading sales. Do we need to reload? I look out. Do we need to reload this cannon for a second shot, or do we have the ability to?
Yeah, there's still a few cannonballs left in a barrel right next to the cannon.
All right. And the other boat
But you can reload it if you'd like.
is halted, right? Like they are not moving.
Yeah, not moving at all.
Okay. I will run over to help load the cannon for a second shot, possibly, if we need to.
All right, so you load up the cannon.
I'm gonna try to hold on. I wanna try to find the So I'm not. Am I close enough to see Orin and CC?
You are doing the rigging.
Okay,
As you were
I didn't
trying
know if
to
I was.
bring it up.
Would I get
Bringing
get
up the
done with that?
rigging takes a lot longer than dropping it down.
Okay.
Because it's just pulling rope until it raises the whole thing. And you only have one side. So, notably, you can't come to a complete halt. Or, no, you can't come to a complete halt because the one side's free, just down.
Can I cast mending to
can.
like fix where I can at least tie it so I can bring it down? Like, is there enough wood scrabbles around that I can like build something?
No. It's a big portion of the ship. And mending only allows you to return things to the original form. You can't just take wood bits and.
I'm just trying to rebuild where I would like tie it up.
Yeah, you're missing most of the bits. They're blasted in the water, floating, sank somewhere down below deck.
All right.
And
Well,
it's
if I
just-
can't
it's too
completely
big of an
stop
area.
the boat, I would just pull up the rigging on one side and then run back to the helm and start cranking it to get closer to the pirate ship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
do a
can do
big
that.
circle.
Yep.
So those are the two things I'm doing.
As you guys complete that, you come up to probably about a 30-foot range, 20-foot range with it. On top of the deck in the other ship. Water whip. Roll to hit. That'll miss, unfortunately. As you take your hand and whip it out, a stream of water is going to come shooting out of your hand and go to wrap around this guy. And he's just going to like take his sword and cut it off as it wraps around him. He's like, what the hell? As it just kind of slumps down.
Okay. Well,
You're very quiet once again.
it's very different doing this out of the water. So I'd like to take that and adjust and try it again.
It's a bonus action to water whip.
So then we'll just shoot him with my bow then.
So after that fails, you pull out your bow, pull it back. Notably feels very weird doing this in air.
Oh my god.
And that misses also.
Oh, this is awkward.
Again, you have this special bow that your father handed to you that's capable of shooting underwater. Probably one of the very first times it's ever been shot above water. Ever. And the shot just veers off to the right. People in the water. As you are now up along, damn near in between the two ships at this point. As it's been a few minutes, I need a perception check from the two of you. Orin, as you look off in the distance, you see a fin poke up above the water. Gray fin.
We should probably get out of the water. And I'm gonna start climbing onto the ship.
Why? It's the water. Water's nice. Oh, okay. I was told to follow you. I should probably go up there too.
Am I able to climb onto the ship?
Yep, you're able to climb onto the ship. There's like I said, there's a ladder on there. And you're able to climb up pretty easily.
Can I get to the captain?
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to pretty much so take like a full turn to just sprint up to him. Wait a minute. you don't have a climbing speed. You could get pretty much to them. You'd basically be on like the stairs coming up to the little platform. Notably, this ship does have a lot more of a raised helm, as it was a bit bigger.
As I'm getting closer, I am going to rage. As I'm
All
getting
right.
closer.
CC, what do you want to do as you get on top of the deck?
Do I see that my brother's on this deck?
Yes.
I go
As
over
he
my...
has a bow drawn pointed at these two people. They're notably only just a few, they're only like 10, 15 feet away from you as well. Not a super huge ship again.
Not really knowing what's going on, I would go over and stand by my brother. Still having no clue.
All right, so you run over next to your brother?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, because there's nothing I can really do.
All right. Benedict and Tyrion. You guys now are parked up next to these other ship. You see the weird blue people on the ship standing next to each other. Two of your captives slash ex-co-workers, or captors slash ex-co-workers, and the captain, along with a gnome, which you can barely see. The handrail's kind of tall.
There's a giant
Mainly
tentacle
just-
waving in the air.
Yeah, you just see a tentacle and a sword really sticking over the handrail.
I was gonna ask how do we see your rage?
So he basically grows like light scales on him, and a tentacle currently sticks out of the side of his body.
Now, my
Hmm.
question would be is because I know who Orin is, and I knew him and I have been part of many ships. Would I recognize that as him being in rage?
Yeah. You've seen
Oh,
him do
cool.
it. Oh, by the way, Bright, you never. I forget, how many times did you say that you raged in total?
Only a handful. I don't think you would have ever seen this actually. He may have
Okay.
told you about it, but you would have not seen it before.
All right.
I want
Well,
to say you only did it like, it was like 8 times, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
only been a
just
handful.
remember or
needed
think
to.
back and realize that I saw Orin climb up and remember that he talked about how this weird thing would happen to him where he would grow scales and no, that's Orin. What I would like to do is find a way to attach the two ships again, either with a plank or with like hooks and rope, and like swing the rope and like attach them. Like what was that called? Boarding, like boarding ropes.
Yeah, they're boarding. They have what do you call them? Boarding hooks.
Yeah, boarding hooks.
Mhm.
So what I would assume I'm gonna do is run around the deck of the ship and yell with Tyrion and be like, Tyrion, will you help me find a boarding hook so we can attach these hooks again or the ships again?
I immediately look towards like the what would you call this? The side of the rails that help keep you on the ship. I assume
that are still existing on this side of the ship, because I would assume I brought the correct side of the ship in line with the ship, the pirate ship.
Yeah, they actually, the sail came down and crushed people on their port side, and so you just bring it port side to port side. So notably, you have a cannon pointed at them. They do not have one returned.
Gotcha. I don't think we need to fire the cannon. I'll probably be like, we probably don't need the cannon because we're so close. And then I know that Orin's on there, and I'll tell him like, we have allies over there, and there's no reason we need to stop the ship to get our stuff. or to get in control of like both ships.
So how the ship is within like is it like a 5 foot, 10 foot distance from ship to ship?
I thought he said like 20 feet a little while
20
ago when
feet?
we were pulling it up. Yeah.
Yeah, but notably there aren't any. You didn't drop anchor or anything like that, and you do got the half sail, so you would be. Then you didn't come like it wasn't like a perfect parallel park. So you have actually drifted a little closer and gonna get pretty fairly close as you skim past them. You actually
Can
probably ultimately with the bit of the curve and everything, you'll probably come passing by within a slow 5 foot.
can we grab it and then tie the two together to like get the ships going and or get the ship's weights together so that like the other ship like stops us and then drop out? If I can get that to happen, I would drop anchor.
Uh, so you don't have a harpoon or anything on this ship. You do have like you do got like the boarding hooks, like you said. So you could possibly hook them that way, and you could just drop anchor.
When we get within 5 or 10 feet, I would say kick out the locking mechanism that holds the wheel in place, and we'll let the anchor drop.
This is ye old timey steering wheel. There is no locking mechanism.
I would just like I
Actually,
like
I'll
that
have
idea.
to research that, Brad.
Not the actual steering wheel. I mean the what do you call it?
The big wheel, the
big
steering
wheel that you turn.
Isn't that just run by a chain? You can bind that chain in place.
Well, that's what I was asking. I can't remember the name of it now.
The helm.
Not the helm. The thing with the four that holds the anchor
wheel?
up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have some type of lock that you would kick out.
Yes, that. Okay, I was misunderstanding you. Yes, that does have also.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I was
just the
getting ready
release.
in action. That
When I see him get ready
out.
to kick that out, I would assume I'm getting ready to get like the boarding hooks ready so I can at least launch it and then get us as close as possible so we get it's like there is no separation between the two ships. If not, they like halfway smash together.
Yeah, you can easily do that. And you guys start doing that. Easy enough. Ibis. Not Ibis. Wrong character. Orin. You feel the ships rock together as they kind of bump into each other slightly. And the captain's right in front of you. He's like, "Boy, you just had to ruin my day."
I mean, you didn't have to shoot a cannonball at me when you're taking my stuff away.
Yeah, I think I did. And he's going to draw his sword. And he's going to take a defensive-looking stance. Okay. What would you like to do?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah. Run loose turns, theater of the mind, not really doing initiative.
I'm just gonna take a swing at him then.
Take a swing. Notably, he did take that defensive-looking stance. So that'd be disadvantage as he has taken the dodge action.
So, for advantage,
You go to swing at him, and he just kind of kicks your sword away. He's like, "Isn't that cute? They let you kids have adult swords now."
just a heads up, guys. For advantage, push shift while you hit your roll. For disadvantage, hit control when you do your roll. It'll add the advantage and disadvantage to your rolls.
Good to know. I also wish I realized I start with reckless attack, but that's gonna move on.
Yep. All right. Mr. and Mrs. Gianassi.
Well, take another shot with my longbow on the 2, I guess.
All right. So, I know you're new to Rogue, and this is a bit of a homebrew class.
Yeah.
Maybe yank them towards you first, because your ally's standing right next to you.
Ah, okay. We'll do that then.
Because that is the bread and butter of that whole like subclass is doing that.
Well, I had my bow out. That's why I was going to do that first, but I missed my water whip anyway. So.
Unfortunate. All right. Sorry.
You're good.
You're still learning a little air.
And
I mean, honestly, it is very weird. You did come from the Earth plane.
Everything's heavier.
It was just different because that air was like very dry and like solid. Like it didn't move. It was very solid Earth. This table is bobbing and weird and like it's humid feeling. Odd. There's a sun. There wasn't a sun in many spots in the Earth plane.
All right. Well, try my bow again, I guess.
And that hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Oh.
No sneak attack.
Yeah.
You can proc it with range, but just there's no one next to him.
Okay.
This is you sink an arrow right into one of the two cannoneer shoulders. And he kind of lurches back. He's like, you son of a bitch. And he's going to fucking yank it back out. Cece?
Still trying to set up my thing. They're not close enough for me to do an unarmed attack, right?
No. You still haven't got your spells done?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Give me just one moment here, fellas.
Failing. Nice.
Friggin' buppies.
Can you, hey, Enbright, can you describe your tentacle form more so I have a good picture of it?
The tentacle itself, or just what?
Just how you are when you're raging, like how much of your body is scaled, how much is not scaled, like does your face change, anything like that?
I mean, his teeth sharpen a little bit, and then his entire body is covered in like fish scales.
But he's
Like,
still like a small gnome.
He's still him.
Okay. He doesn't like grow to medium size or something.
No. Have you seen X-Men: Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
The guy who could change his body
To adapt.
Adapt. How when
You mean like Darwin?
Yes, Darwin.
Yeah.
When his skin would change to steel, basically, when he needed something. That's basically what it is. It's just a layer of scales over.
Gotcha.
And then out the right side of his body, basically, just a tentacle, like a octopus or a kraken style tentacle, shoots out of his side.
Perfect. Okay, that helps me. Just so I have like a if I want to do like joking, I have like a good picture of what I'm talking about, and I don't make something up.
Mm-hmm. And it's a slightly blue tint to it.
Okay,
When
so
he does it.
slightly blue tint, and he has like a extra limb jutting out of it.
Yep.
Perfect. Tyrion, can you remind me? Are you a human, or are you a different thing?
I'm an elf.
You're an
of
elf.
some
Okay.
sort.
I mean, I would assume I would see that by now because we're like sitting there, like high fiving, running
Yeah.
around, doing stuff. So
bronze-skinned elf.
all right, perfect. So I'm just trying to like get a good picture of everybody's character. So if I start describing something or just playing around, we understand each other.
All right. I am back. Chloe, you can go ahead and pick any of those. Again, Vicious Mockery is your damage. Your only damage cantrip. If you just wanted to do that. Or you can cast any of those spells.
I was only suggesting the other one because it makes a fun picture on how you can play around with Bardic Inspiration.
Jayla, you're muted.
Fun. Can I use my rapier? Question mark.
Yep. You can run up to the man and use your rapier if you'd like. Or you can cast in your spells or do whatever you want. They're only like 15 feet away. So yeah, you run right up to the man. Are you gonna hit the one that was already shot or the other gentleman?
The one that was already shot.
All right. So roll damage because that definitely hits. So as this man is looking at you, you just come up and you just sink your rapier right into the center of his throat. And just shove it on back till you can feel it tink off his spine and give it another little push and knock him over. As you pull your rapier out. And the other man looks to you, turns, and he's like, "Oh, you bitch." And now it's his turn.
Oh.
As he goes to swing at you, you just quickly step to the side,
Isn't her
and it just clunk.
isn't her vicious mockery and stuff as that bonus action?
I think she's got Healing Word and Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action.
Okay, I just heard vicious mockery, so I thought I would ask.
I guess that is fair, Jayla. Did you want to do Bardic Inspiration, Healing Word, anything like that?
Yes, I wanted to do Bardic Inspiration.
On who?
On names are hard. On Colorado. Yeah.
He's on the other ship.
Never mind.
She could still see him.
Oh,
I mean, I believe I'm close enough that he probably could definitely.
Then yeah.
So as you real quickly here, after she stabs this guy in the throat, she just starts singing this more of a like a loud humming, or just, what is it, oritating, is that what it is, where you just make a sound?
What, like an opera singer like noise? Where it's
Yeah.
coming only out of the throat?
Yeah. Well, no, not only on the throat, but it's where you're
You're oration.
or orating, where you're just
you're using your
vocalizing a
vocal
note.
cords or
Yes, you're
Yeah.
making a note. You're not making a noise or anything.
like a siren would do.
Yep. As she kind of starts prancing, not necessarily prancing around, but has a elegance to her, rapier style.
Fluidity.
feeling inspired.
So all of a sudden, I start hearing this wonderful noise, and I feel the generation of more energy around me, and I feel more that I'm inspired to be correct in what I'm doing.
And what are you going to do with that as it's now your turn?
So let me get this right. So I dropped 2 people with the sail. She just killed 1 person with the rapier, and the captain's the only one left, and there's 1 other person, right?
Yep.
All right. Is the captain close enough to me?
You're still on your ship.
Right,
So you
but
had hooked it all up.
this is what I'm thinking.
You could easily run up and make it.
I tied the 2 ships together with the rope.
You could
So
easily
literally,
just
I
hop
can just
the railing.
jump over the railing, run down to the captain. If I can make it to the captain, and I'll be between Orin and the captain.
You wouldn't be between them as those 2 are already engaged, but you could definitely make it up there since you don't have to climb up the ladder. That's really what took Orin so long, is the ladder.
Okay, so as I'm running up to it, I'm gonna take a deep breath and be like, "All right, it's just Orin. It's just Orin. It's not just some weird kraken thing shooting out a jet arm from the side of me." And I'm like running up there, and I'm going. And what I'm gonna try to do is grapple the captain, or the way I've read that is, how would you want? Would you want me to do like I'm trying to just reach up and come up behind him and grapple it?
It's just what is it? An athletics check versus the contested acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Yes, by the way, it is kind of terrifying, and luckily it's not a kraken or something like that, right?
Right. From over the years of sailing with Orin and drinking together, I'm sure he's explained it to me. And this sight was just, I was somewhat prepared for it.
Just not this week.
Yeah. All right. So athletics checks, right?
Yep. Ooh, he rolled really well. Not as good as you. Wow, I was like, this man rolled an 18. This is going to be so unfortunate. Look up and you got a 22.
Yeah, yeah. So this is how I'd picture it. I'm going to give him like a very big bear hug so I can just grab him and hold him there and look to Orin and be like, "We got him. If you can just knock him out, we can use him to get our stuff back. If there's like a lock or just like more information. If Orin understands me, which I don't know he does. I'm treating him like somewhat of a creature that I hope recognizes me."
Tyrion saw Benedict hop the rail and run over and grab the captain.
Did he say that he wanted to take him captive?
Nope.
I mean, I'm screaming it out loud, I would assume. I'm not trying to be quiet about it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I guess he
screaming.
did. Yeah, he did just state that. Yeah, so yeah, you would hear him say that. But you also see the other people going at it too.
I kick the anchor, right? The anchor
Yep.
block thing.
Yep, you dropped anchor. Ships are tied up.
And would you say I'm close enough to make that jump across? Is it close enough to jump realistically?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I jumped the
Yeah,
rails.
you
I think
use
he
the
could probably
boarding.
just step over it.
The captain
Yeah,
is
he
the
used-
only one up.
No,
There is.
There's the captain and 1 cannoneer.
Now is a cannoneer within my ability to run to.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay. Because that'll be what I do. I'm going to, well, I guess, do what they did. I'm going to kind of leap onto their ship, and I'm going to stand right on the edge of their ship, and then I break out my wand. Is there any friendlies within the cannoneer space?
Yeah, CC.
Okay. don't want to hit someone I just met.
The weird blue lady is right next to him.
It's a bad thing. So I'm gonna whip out my wand, say some words, point it at him, and cast magic missile at him.
Cast magic missile. All right.
So I'm gonna hit cast. This works. What does that do? I just hit cast. It just does. It's just a D4 plus 1. It did 1d4 plus 1. This is supposed to be 3. So I just keep.
Yeah, I guess click it again.
Yeah, let's do that. That's 2, 3. It is 3, correct? If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
I do believe so, yeah.
Well, it evens out.
If it's not 3, it's 4, but I know it's definitely not
Pretty
2.
sure it's 3.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, so yeah, boom. And I shoot at the 3 magic missiles at him.
So you see these 3. How do you want your magic missile to look, by the way?
I always like when I kind of like point it, almost like like an artillery style angled, and then it just all 3 missiles just come out of it at once,
Up and down,
a wide arc, and come at him from all angles.
All right, I meant more like, are they just like white little blasts that come out, or do you want anything else with it?
I like the Dragon Ball Z style, like, what do you call it? I can't remember what they call them, but like the balls with the little line behind, the little energy line behind them.
Yep. So like the Gallic gun.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's my favorite.
So yeah, you see these whitish, yellowish streaks shoot out of the end of the magic missile and just come down and smack the guy right in this like top part of the head / face as he kind of stumbles back. Like, oh, we should have just left you locked down in the cave.
You regret not leaving.
Oh wait, no, it was you. Hold up. He's gonna look at you and he's like, fucking mutineers. There's a special place in hell for you.
We're all pirates. This is what we do.
All right. Now we'll hop back over to the captain as there's some chaos going on over there too. Oh wait, no, hold up. It's the other people's turn. Neener.
Well, going in.
I'm gonna need you to sit up towards that mic again.
Going in on the one that's next to my sister. And
All right. You run up to the man.
use the rapier.
So you run up to the man, you pull out your rapier, and let's see how much damage you do.
May I ask if
You get
Does
sneak
his-
attack too, by the way. What?
does his rapier look different because they're like coming out of the water, or they look like normal rapiers?
They do look a bit different. While they do have like the metal, like the shaft to them, the handles are embezzled with a lot more coral. Or actually, hold up, Lantern. Do you want yours to look just like your photos?
Yeah.
I suppose I should ask. So yeah, his would be blackened coral, making a guard around his hand, essentially. And hers is very much so in the same style, except for more of a closed hand guard to it.
Thank you.
But in the same exact form and stance that Cece did, Neener walks up and just stabs this man also in the throat and just drops to the ground as you withdraw your blade. Almost the same exact stance and form with the strike. And as that drops, we'll head over to Orin. As the captain's in front of you being restrained.
I assume that there's not anything that I can't get to with something off of his body. Can I basically just try to decapitate him?
No, we're trying to take him alive.
Swing with advantage. Yeah.
Are really scared because I see this big tentacle thing swinging a long sword.
So you swing and this man is squirming and you barely hit him as you kind of graze off a pauldron and then catch him and nick him a little bit in his chest. Damage? Yep, so there's a decent sized slash going across his, not like his whole chest because he is wearing armor, but like the top part clavicle area where some of the weak spots in the armor are. You call it gap, essentially. He's gonna kind of gonna regret that. As
does it look like the other two are handling themselves just fine?
Oh yeah, they have slain everybody.
Okay.
As he is going to reach into his pocket best he can as he's struggling with you, Benedict. And you're going to see him pull out a little vial. That's got, it's like a green vial that's got like gold, like not necessarily light, but like sheens in it, like flickering almost. As he just takes it, smashes it on the ground. Hold up here. Dexterity, or is it a con save? Dexterity to extinguish it. Okay.
I mean, with him being restrained, I don't know what that entails. He can't. Does that prevent him? He has to get out of my restrainment before doing an action, right?
No. Restraint just stops him from moving.
They're stopped from moving. You have advantage on attacks on them, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
But he isn't necessarily trying to attack. He's just trying to smash this bottle because it is a bottle of alchemy fire. And you both are going to take a D4 of damage.
And also, it wouldn't be restrained. It would be grappled.
Yeah, you're grappled, which gives you the restrained.
No, grappled and restrained are separate. Grappled is just no movement. Restrained is a lot more.
I could have swore that's one of the ones. Oh, I'm thinking of the other one where it just says you're.
I know that like 5e is not like it's not great with grappling, but that was the only thing I could think of that would make sense at the time.
No, it's good, but it is just.
Yeah, grappling. Crazy. Yeah, grappling is just no movement. You would technically have to do a second action to restrain a creature if you grapple it.
Like pin him to the ground and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But you still get advantage, or you at least get a +2 for being, or do you still get advantage for being in when he's grappled?
No, you don't. I mean,
but in this case, we're like parallel to each other. I would assume Fro would give that +2 that he was talking about with being flanking.
Yeah, you'd get flanking anyways, which would bottom. They're not heavily armored. This man is probably the heaviest armored out of all of them, and it's still just a few metal pieces here and there. Like, he has a chest plate on, or breastplate, and like pauldrons.
I was just double checking that. Like, You gave a. I'm just double checking up everything.
You are correct there. Thank you for catching that. Again, I was just getting my things confused. But yeah, anyways, this dude smashes a thing of fire on the ship. And he starts to burn. You start to burn. You both only take 2 points of fire damage. And he's like, oh, Captain goes down with his ship, boys. And he's actually going to grab a hold of you and hold on nice and tight.
To who are you saying you?
You,
to?
Benedict.
Okay, so he's not trying to remove himself from me.
Nope. Yeah, he held on tighter to you.
So I'm now grappled, or?
I mean, you are still in control of the grapple, but...
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he didn't mechanically become in control, but like... You're a wrestler, you know how it is. Like, I'm in control of this grapple, but the other person's still, like, partaking, you know?
Some, like, yeah, I get it. I understand. So whose turn are we on?
You.
Me, okay.
Isn't it CC's?
Yeah, I would say CC was before me that whole time.
Stabbed the man. Oh, I did forget about her. Yep, sorry. But yeah. CC, your turn.
So the captain, where is he?
Being held in a grapple on fire right now.
Okay, fire. Didn't hear that part. And the guy who was next to me, he's still there, right?
No, your brother just stabbed him.
Oh.
Just the captain up top now.
Okay. Can I go up there and try to help the guy who's grappled?
The captain is grappled?
Oh. Can I stab the captain?
Hey, you can, yeah. You can come up and
you can run up there and stab the captain.
As she runs up, can I get a free action? I don't know. I don't know if she speaks common or abyssal, but if she does, I'll be screaming in either one, saying, "Trying to take him alive! Trying to take him alive!"
So as you go up and go to stab this man, you go to swing, and then you kind of like hesitate because like you realize what he's saying mid-swing, and your rapier just bounces off his breastplate. So, Benedict. Now it's your turn.
She has a bonus action if she wants to try to do anything with it. To tell you what.
But yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Jayla, do you want to use your bonus action for Bardic Inspiration still? Colorado never used his. You can give it to anyone else.
Yeah, I'll give it to the guy next to me who's grappling the captain.
That'd be Colorado.
That would be me.
Yeah.
That'd be Benedict.
Oh.
So I already have one. But you can give it to like the Kraken looking thing next to you, or you can give it to your brother, and you can give it to Tyrion.
I'll give it to my brother then, and then that'll be the end to my turn.
All right. Now Benedict turn.
All right. So he's not trying to grab me, or he's not trying to get away from me, so let me see what I can do here. I'm going to try to talk to him and be like, man, I'm just trying to hold you and take you captive because you took us captive and we want our stuff back and I want the ship back to get home.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Which one? It's shift or is that control?
Actually, give me a persuasion check with advantage, not disadvantage.
Okay. Which
Captain's
one is
not
advantage
done.
again?
Captain's not done.
Shift
It doesn't matter. Pick one of the two.
Shift is advantage.
Nice.
Are you rolling on roll 20?
No, that was on Beyond D&D Beyond.
It's weird yours doesn't have the thing above it. It's not colored. But let me. He's gonna look to you. He understands the direness of the situation, hence his suicide maneuver here. He's gonna, as you hold him, he's like, "Get your chest. Get off my ship. Deal." As you're kind of squeezing on tight to him.
Can I add, I want to repair my ship before we move? Do you have repair tools?
He's gonna look around. He's like, "Just take fucking tools."
Okay, deal. And I'm going to start telling everybody that I can, like, I'm going to tell them that we made a deal. We're going to get all our stuff and we're going to get on our own ships and leave. And just start seeing if anyone, like, just from there, like, just see what happens next. Like, I'll probably even, like, release the captain and go from there.
You mean these aren't
At
tables?
this point, I would like to ask everyone's response. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
These aren't tables.
Yeah, I have no
What
problem.
a weird chair.
Right? This is definitely a strange place.
I have no reason to leave this guy alive.
What's that, Tyrion? You're really quiet right now.
Sorry, I slide my wand back in my jacket.
I'm gonna walk up to Oren and just tell him like I can see that he's not gonna like stop, and just tell him like, dude, another fight for another day. I understand, but we need to be prepared to repair a ship to make it home. If you keep fighting him, one ship will burn and the other ship will burn by the time this is all over.
Just get the ship off. It's one man. He's a pirate who has been capturing us. We have no use for him.
I'm just gonna be like, you can do what you want. I'm gonna grab my stuff and get out of here. And before I walk down to grab my chest, I'm gonna walk over to the two blue brother and sister. They look very similar, and I'm assuming they're brother and sisters, as my character thinks that. And tell them thank you for the help. If you would like to join us on my ship, I would like to chat with you more.
We go with him. He seems cool.
I'd like to know more about these tables. So sure.
I think they might be chairs, because no table I've ever seen does this.
Yeah, but where's the seat? Where do you sit on this? There's no seat, so it's got to be a table.
You right.
I'm gonna go up to Tyrion and tell him like, you can keep fighting, because I couldn't quite hear him because I can just see the rage in Oren's eyes at the moment. But I'm grabbing my shit and getting on the other boat with these tools to start repairing it.
I assume.
So, I need to know real quickly, Oren, what are you doing? You killing this man or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I have no sympathy for a man who's been treating me like a prisoner.
I am not gonna be helping him at all. Like, if he starts fighting, I'm just gonna grab my shit and start moving. They'll do their little fight.
Can I just put a
All right.
fucking rapier shot through the guy's back of his neck and end this?
So he's actually seeing you not surrendering, gonna again take a defensive position. So as you come up behind him, go ahead and roll an attack with disadvantage.
if I'm behind him.
But
at
you do get +2.
disadvantage? Okay.
+2 flanking.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
That was only one roll.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I guess no. Yeah,
Oh.
duh, disadvantage. Da 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 da. Orin. I keep wanting to call you Ibis. Orin. Go ahead and roll an attack.
I am going to reckless attack, so it's just a straight roll.
Okay. That hits. Oof.
There was the hit I've
Yeah.
been looking for.
You just walk up and you just slice off his head and it slumps to the ground. His body drops down into the fire. That's still burning.
Can I try and put the fire out?
Ow, Mr. Barbarian.
I don't know, start stomping on it.
Yeah, you can do that. Easy enough. And you start stomping the fire out.
And
I was
then
giving you the clear open, take the body to mop it up with, but anyways. So yeah, you stomp the fire out the best you can. It burns your feet a little bit. Actually, no, it says right now, can you pat it out? So no, you do. You just put it right out.
and then can I search him to see if he has anything else on him of value?
Yes. And as you search him, and as Benedict heads down below deck and sees all the stuff that actually is on here, good time, end the session.
Benedict is sad as he walks down, seeing the man's head get cut off, knowing that even though he was a pirate and captured him, that it was a senseless killing that didn't need to exactly happen.
Pirate.
And then he sees all the loot in all the chests downstairs and starts to smile.
I imagine I'd go down and get my stuff as well, but
Well, you'd have most of your, like, the only thing that'd be on this ship is like simple doodads, because you have your full gear and everything on you. But good session, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't where I expected you to go with this, but you guys were hot and ready for the mutiny.
So go ahead and stop
Be
recording.
like that, sir.
Okay.
I have the clear to stop recording now.
Yep.
Bro has stopped recording.
I have Colorado record.
Cool.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed
If you
it.
could just save this as ZS or as WAV.
Where do you change the savings?
I ain't touching the screen.
File, save as.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, files
I'll
saved
do this.
as.
You can do your name, your character's name.
ZC? Or
ZS. Sorry, SCs.
ZS1.
Oh,
under in Audacity,
One.
is this save project or?
yeah, save project. Save project as. And then when you did that, export as a WAV. And that'll take a minute or two, depending on your PC.
As a WAV?
WAV,
What were you
WAV.
naming this as?
ZS. Then you can either put CC or Jayla. Or Chloe, whatever.
E.
Save project is not an audio project. It's not an audio.
You save the project and then you export it as something else.
You export as WAV.
Okay. What did you want it saved as? Z1?
ZS, your name. I did ZS my name, and I'm just
And
going to
one.
keep track of the sessions, yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. You guys had fun?
Yeah.
Sorry for not having my thing done. Did not think ahead there.
I just completely forgot we never, because we've made that character twice already. I just didn't think about it. Well, we can go over your spells and all that now. Not like now, but in like a couple minutes.
How do I
But
send this to you?
I am. Email.
How do you export it?
File, and then right below where you save project,
Yeah.
says
It says
export.
export, and then under those,
Do you want
WAP.
the artist name, track title, any of that crap? It's asking if you want to edit the metadata tags.
No need for any of that.
Okay.
When you share, words are hard. When you share the same computer, so all you're gonna be is like, here you go. Nice.
Do you have an email to send it to, or do you send it through Discord, or?